Hi, I'm Dr. Danett, and welcome to Yoni Box. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about a subject that is really important. It's something that we all have experienced, and it can really affect our health in the short and long term, and that is stress. Stress is tension that can result from different things that take place. We can experience stress physically, we can experience stress mentally, obviously, as well. And in certain dosages, stress can be really helpful. It can help us to reach past certain places that we didn't realize that we were capable of, and it can allow for growth. But when it's too much stress, more than what we can keep up with, and it affects us negatively, then it can be an issue. So in this video, I'm going to be leading you through some techniques that you can do on your own to help best manage your stress. And these techniques can be done as I'm going to show you, all together or one at a time, and it can definitely be helpful as a part of your stress management protocol, which I think we all need to have these days, because stress can really affect our health. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out, and very important, I'll say this, the way I'm thinking about these techniques is presenting them using all of our five senses. So the name of this video is SOS, which is Senses Over Stress. The idea that when we get to tap back into ourselves and our connection with being here, that it can naturally reduce the stress in that moment. Now, that doesn't mean that obviously you still have to handle whatever has come up, but it's always best, it seems in my experience, to be able to approach things from a fresh place and a more relaxed place. So we're going to be using our five senses to reduce stress. So the first one we're going to start out with is touch. And actually, when we were all in utero, before we were born, this was the first sense to develop. So we're just going to take our hands and place them over our lower abdomen. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some nice, deep, slow breaths. Preferably, you're going to inhale for 3 and exhale for 3. Now, for many of us, well, pretty much all of us started out as belly breathers as babies, where our abdomens naturally went up and down as we breathe. Over time, the breath has gotten to be more shallow for most of us, because that's what a lot of the adults around us did, and so that carries on. But really, we want to get our breath as low and as slow as is comfortable. So what's good about the touch is you're connecting to yourself, and the breath, our thoughts and our body tends to follow the breath. So the first for touch is touching our abdomen, and then we're going to take some nice, deep, slow, comfortable breaths. You're ideally want to have your abdomen move. At first, if you have difficulty, that's okay. You know, it may not get that far down, but over time it will. So take a nice deep breath in and out. And you can do this, you know, you can aim for 10 to 20 breaths or for longer. That will naturally help your body to relax. And as you're doing it based off of where you're at, which of course doing these things, you want to make sure you're in an environment where you can feel safe, where you don't have to be guarded. As you're breathing, you should be able to hear your breath. So that brings us to our next sense of hearing. So we have touch, we have hearing, getting to hear our breath. And I have some patients who sometimes get feel a rapid heartbeat. If that happens, that the breathing won't cause that to happen, these techniques, but if that's something that is happening when you decide to say, okay, I'm going to do some stress management techniques, then you want to inhale for 3 and exhale for 6. So you want to lengthen your exhales if you are having some quickening of your heartbeat. Again, the exercises don't cause that, but if you're someone who gets stressed out, is feeling a panic attack, and then is feeling like the fluttering, then you want to double your exhale. So if you're inhaling for 3, you're exhaling for 6. So we have touch, we're following our breath, and then we're using our second sense of hearing as we tune into our breath. Our third one that we'll go into is a favorite, which is taste. So you can use a variety of things. You know, many people have their favorite teas, chamomile, there's all kinds of blends that are out there on the market. Some people really like green tea, and green tea can be wonderful, but I would suggest to stay away from the caffeinated teas as part of this protocol. You can have them, but you can do a tea or whatever you have, but try to make sure whatever you take is not caffeinated. I really like this, which is not a tea, but it's some stress relief pastels that have flower remedies in it that help the body to relax. So they look like this. They were a lot fuller before the election results of 2016 in the US. They were a lot fuller, but it's down to less. But they're sweet and they're helpful, and they generally aren't contraindicated. So we have that. So you could put one of these in your mouth, or a tea, or whatever you have access to. The next sense that we'll go into is the sense of smell. So I think essential oils are really great. There's all kinds out there. I really like this blend, Stress Away by Young Living. And I also like Peace and Calming, which they have. The Peace and Calming can really make you relax, so you may not want to be out and about in the street. It's made me sleepy, so it's the sort of thing that if you're having difficulty sleeping at night, you can use, or you can use during the day. Just monitor yourself and maybe not use too much if you're someone who's sensitive. So this really smells great. My patients like it. I use it on a lot of patients. And I like putting it over certain acupuncture points, so you can put a few drops on your wrist. You can put some behind your neck. And you can also put some at the bottom of your feet if you're able to do that. You can also put some at your heart center too, but that can be harder to do, like at a cubicle or something. So this is really great to put it in your wrist and behind your neck, bottom of your feet. And you can inhale and take some breaths the same way, inhaling for 3 and exhaling for 3. And so we've talked about touch, hearing, smell, taste, smell, and lastly we'll talk about vision, seeing. So if you are lucky enough to be anywhere where you can look out at some form of nature, water, trees, a plant, that's really great because it is just calming and healing. You can also just have your eyes closed, because lots of times when we're feeling stress, we're overstimulated, and by having our eyes closed, that helps to reduce the stimuli. So either you can use the senses of your vision to have it be dark, as when your eyelids are closed, or look at some form of nature. You can also YouTube some videos on looking at some natural scenes. And so that's pretty much it. I do think that it's really important to have a good stress management protocol in place. I love breathing exercises. I think it's a great thing to do at least once, twice a day, regular exercise. Yoga can be really, really amazing. And it's also about, you know, looking at how your life can be set up to reduce stress, because things can move really quickly, and so it's good to make sure that what you need for yourself is in place. Massage can be excellent, and acupuncture can be excellent. So with all of the patients that I see, whether they say they're really stressed or not, I incorporate some stress reduction points and treatments into their session, because I think it's important, and most people come in under a certain amount of stress. So if you would like to receive acupuncture or know more about it, or would like acupuncture for stress reduction, you can reach me by email at drbean@backtothemiddle.com. You can also visit our website, backtothemiddle.com, for more information about our services, and also yonibox.com for more health articles and entries. So take good care and love being a woman.